Hello, beautiful people. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the exact steps that you need to take to scrape thousands, tens of thousands of websites for pennies. Now, I did this recently for a list of 10,000 plus, and it literally only cost me like $4. And the method that we use to achieve that is called a scraping waterfall. Now, a scraping waterfall is a process of, it's basically the best way to scrape in a way that's the most cost effective. So let me just show you. It's easier if I just show you, okay? Now, before I get into how we do this, I just want to show you the reason why you'd actually want to scrape in this specific way. Now, in this example that I'm going to show you, we're going to be scraping just for the website body. Now, the idea is that we're collecting all the data required so we can feed it into AI, and then the AI can do some sort of manipulation or deliver a response based on the prompt that we give it. Now we're going to be taking this example. So we're going to scrape the website body using Clay and Zenrows. Now, data for AI personalization level 1, as I said, you're just collecting everything of relevance in regards to that company. So it could be their SEO meta description. It could be the keywords. Now, some of this is already provided in some certain lists, but sometimes, especially when it comes to website body, it's just not going to be on any list. And sometimes you need that extra data just to get the best outputs. So this is why we take this approach, and it's very powerful. It can be done on multiple different reasons. But for this use case, we're specifically just going to focus on scraping the website body using Clay. Now, the way we're going to do this, and as I said, we're going to use a waterfall approach. First, we're going to do one scrape with the most basic features. Now, this is the cheapest. With Zenrows, it costs, I believe, 28 cents per 1,000 executions, which is just, it's so cheap. And this is the reason why we take this approach. So we start with the cheapest, and we run the cheapest twice. And we do it with a conditional formula. So we run it once, and then we basically put in Clay. If the output is empty, run it again. And then once again, we run it one more time using Java, which is a little bit more expensive. It's 5 times more expensive than the most basic, but this is why it's last. This is why it's the last one. I just want to show you an example on a live build out now. So let's go from the beginning. So in Clay, once you've got your data, this is just dummy data, right? All you need to focus on for this use case is getting the domain for the company, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to go to add enrichment. I'm going to search Zenrows. Now, I advise just getting your own API key. It costs, I believe, that they have a trial that you can use, but if you want to start paying for it, I think it's like $79, but it's way worth the money if you ask me. Now, we don't need to do anything apart from change this to body text. The website, we leave all of this blank because this is going to increase the spend. And at this point, we just want to make sure that, well, we want to just run the cheapest first and see if that works. We'll run the cheapest twice, and then by the second time round, if it hasn't worked, then we'll start using render JavaScript, which allows you to scrape more higher protected websites, you could say. Okay, so this is the first one. I'm just going to rename this. What's it? Scrape basic 1. I'm going to save. I'm going to run all 20. Let's let that run. Okay, so now it's ran, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 fails. Now, what we'll do, traditionally, normally, I would run it again with basic, but I have a feeling that they might actually all become successful. So instead, I'm just going to run it with Java as well. But before I do that, we need to just get the output. So we're going to create the column. Now, this should cause an error. simply because the cell data is just way too big. So we've got too much data, it doesn't fit in the cell. Now to solve this, we need to just have a formula, which is limit cell to 2,500 characters. I'm going to save that. Limit to 2,500 characters. That's my bad. I selected the wrong item. Okay. Now that should solve that problem, right? But we still need to try access this, and we haven't had a chance to. So as I said, normally with this model or with this waterfall, it can be as big as you want, really. But normally I would do basic twice. But just because it's such a short or small data sample, we're just going to go straight to Java, just so you can see it. So we're going to add another enrichment, Zenrows. And we're going to do the same item. So body text, render, complete domain. And we're going to use a conditional formula. Only run if text is empty. Perfect. Perfect. All right. And then always make sure you're keeping up with your labels. So this is going to be run zero scrape Java. I'm going to run all 20 rows. So perfect. The conditional formulas worked. So these are queued and we have successful. Are we going to get 100%? Okay, it's taken a little while. But the point is here, by taking kind of a waterfall approach, you're actually saving money on your scrape. So we actually done, so 10,000 plus, and it literally costed us like no more than like $5, which is a ridiculous sample size. And once you've got this data, you can do so much of it. You can feed it into ChatGPT. You can do things like lead scoring. You can do manipulation and then create AI custom fields that you can put into your emails, into your cold calling scripts. Like the opportunities are endless, right? But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please can subscribe. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good day.